Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making this really beautiful fall vibes Winnie the Pooh nail set. So let's jump right into it. The first thing I'm going to be doing is starting off by drawing Winnie the Pooh. So I randomly decided to do this one night when I was getting the itch to draw a character. So I wanted to do Winnie the Pooh, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So I went on my Pinterest board. I have so many Pinterest pins saved with inspo that I want to do, and I had a lot of Winnie the Pooh Halloween, but I really wanted to do something different and do a fall version. So we're doing Winnie the Pooh, and he is wearing a pumpkin costume, but it is very fall vibes. It is not giving Halloween at all. So I'm doing the Winnie the Pooh head, and you're just gonna want any type of yellow shade. More of a mustard yellow would work, and if you want to do more of a pastel vibe of set, you can just add a little bit of white into your yellow if you feel like your yellow is too bright. And then I'm grabbing an orange and I mixed a little bit of white into that. And I'm going to be drawing this little pumpkin head hat, I guess you could say. So after drawing the hat, I'm going ahead and cleaning up here. I will show you guys the inspo picture in case you guys want to replicate this type of character, so you could see what I was looking at while I was painting. But honestly, my one idea was to just paint this character and make a short out of it. I didn't expect to make a whole nail set for you guys on YouTube, but I'm glad I decided to do it because it turned out absolutely amazing. So now I'm going to be doing the first part of the costume. So this is like a neck part. It's like some leaves or something. So I'm going ahead and doing that. It's super easy. I feel like this tutorial for Winnie the Pooh is super beginner friendly. As long as you have a little bit of experience drawing anything, like even just a French, you might be able to accomplish this. Color blocking is the best way to do it. Color blocking as in I draw all the different shapes in their designated colors, and then at the very end I will outline and add the detail work. This is the best way for beginners if you want to start drawing. I know there's different ways and different things could work for different people, but this way I feel like would work for a lot of people. So now, since I pretty much finished the costume, I'm going to go ahead and start outlining. I am using the I think it's called Double Fudge Liner Gel from Nailzbydev, and it is from the Chocolate Liner Gel collection. I highly recommend getting Dev's collection of the chocolate liner gels if you love painting characters or if you want to get into painting characters, because a lot of times black outlines will be very harsh on your character. For example, Winnie the Pooh I feel like is one of the characters where if you outline him in black, it almost looks too harsh. So I like using a dark brown or any type of brown to outline. It just comes out so much nicer. That's just in my opinion. So I went ahead and did this dark brown for the outline because it's going to match the overall fall vibes of the set. I knew that the whole entire set is not going to have any black in it at all. So I did not want to outline the Winnie the Pooh in black because it could have been way too harsh. So the brown just went so perfect for the fall vibe. You could see I'm just adding details here. And it doesn't need to be so perfect, but the best thing about drawing characters is you can make it as big or as small as you want it. The smaller you draw the character, the harder it's going to be. So the bigger you draw the character, the easier. So if you want to do Winnie the Pooh like this, I would recommend drawing it very zoomed in, just like how I did, where you could just see the head and like not very much of the body. This is the best way to do it because you will be able to get such cleaner lines and you won't struggle as bad making really small details. And the key to getting a good character as well is to have a really nice thin liner brush. I am using my 8mm liner brush. I think on the last video someone kept asking me what video or what brush I'm using, and I am using my brush from my brand that'll be coming out very soon. So now I'm doing the eyebrows. Winnie the Pooh's eyebrows are kind of off to the side, so keep that in mind. They are not very raised up and in the middle. They're very off to the side and very like relaxed and cute. So now for his nose, you're going to draw an upside down T shape, and the bottom part of the T is going to be slightly curved, as you can see there. And then now you're going to grab a little bit of product on the brush and just draw two little eyes. The eyes can be either little tiny oval almondy type of shapes, or they could be more circle. They'll look cute either way. And then with the nose, this is like such an easy tutorial because the nose is just basically a very triangleized type of circle, if that makes sense. So you want almost 4 points, but you don't want it to be pointy. You want it to be very round like a circle, but you don't want it to be pointy. So that is the best way I can explain it to you guys. And you want there to be space between the bottom line and the nose. As you can see there, there's a little gap. This is going to make it look like his nose is raised up like a little bear shaped nose. And then for his smile, it's just going to be a very generic smile. You're going to do the 2 little dimple lines and then the smile like that going down. And it turned out so cute, and I knew that I wanted to make it a little extra, so I did decide to add shading. But I would recommend curing your lines in between every single good line that you make, so that way you don't make any mistakes. And in case you mess up a line, you could go back and clean it up without having to erase all your lines together, because that'll waste so much time for you. And then something I noticed that he looked a little bit off. And that's the thing, like with characters, you want to pay attention to all the little details that you could get. There was a very important detail there where his head and his ears have a line separating them, so I didn't even see that, and that really brought him together. When I didn't have the line there, something was definitely looking off. And here I am now outlining the green part of the costume. Something I did forget when I was doing the color blocking is I didn't do the orange on the bottom, so here I am doing that part. It is like a pumpkin costume. And then after I'm done painting the entire Winnie the Pooh, like I'm already pretty much done, right here I'm going to insert the inspo photo for you guys. So I'm sorry if I'm talking kind of fast. I have to fit this whole nail set into under 20 minutes. So yeah, I don't like having my videos too long for you guys because I don't want you to get bored. So that's why I try to kind of rush a little bit, but not rush at the same time. You can see there I added a little bit of shading. Whenever you want to make any type of shading color, whatever color the character is, whether it's pink, orange, white, or no, pink, orange, purple, blue, whatever, to create a shading color, you're going to want to grab a little tiny bit of black, a little bit of the color that you're using. For example, me, it was yellow, and a little bit of base coat or top coat, and mix it all together. You're going to want to create this really nice, very jelly-like shading color. And that is how you're going to be able to shade your character. For example, if this bear was blue, I would grab a darker version of blue or a little bit of black with blue and top coat and mix it all together and create a really nice shading color. So you want to add shading wherever there would be shading in real life. For example, the little pumpkin hat would probably cast a little shadow on his face, so I added shading there. And then I added shading underneath the little leaves because those are probably sticking up off the costume. Things like that. I just did it from my imagination because the photo that I used did not have any shading in it at all. So I just wanted to add a little more detail and dimension. And before I forget, here is the inspo photo. Very cute. I knew I wanted to do it as soon as I saw it. But now I wanted to add something in the background. I love fall trees during fall time, especially on nail sets. It looks so pretty. I love drawing trees. Like my whole life I've always loved it. To the point where I wanted to draw a tree and then get that tree that I drew tattooed on me. So I might do that in the future, but this is a tree that I'm painting right now. So you're just going to want to create a bunch of branches, kind of like a Halloween type of inspired tree, but I'm going to be adding a bunch of leaves on it. Unfortunately, the part where I was adding leaves did get cut off, so I just went ahead and finished that, and now I'm top coating with some matte top coat. The matte top coat I'm using is from Nailzbydev, but for the tree, I am doing another tree on this hand, on these nails, so you guys will see a more in-depth tutorial right now in a second. This is how it turned out. Very, very cute. I'm so obsessed. I loved it, and then that's when the next day I decided, you know what, I want to make a whole nail set for this specific nail. So now I'm going to be making a really beautiful pixie crystal nail. I'm going ahead and grabbing some orange gel polish. You can use any color you want. And I found these pixie crystals at Hobby Lobby. I picked up a bunch of them, like 4 colors, and they're so pretty. So I love them. I think Hobby Lobby usually has their pixie crystals 50% off, and they have a bunch of other crystals as well. So yeah, I love going there. And what I did was add some glitter just so that there's a glitter underneath the pixies, and then I went ahead and covered my whole nail in Macart rhinestone gel. And now I've grabbed a few different colors of regular flatback stones, and now I am dumping my pixie crystals on. So you could leave it like this, but you could see how bulky it is. Like, do you see that? We're going to fix that in a second. And then another thing, if you want your pixie crystals to stand out more, add just a little sprinkle of sugar glitter on top. Because you are using the pixies with the Macart rhinestone gel, the glitter is going to stay so well and it's not going to be falling off. So when you do pixies, you want to make sure that you're cleaning up the edges of the pixie nail. So what I usually do is I will grab a brush and then clean up the sides. This is going to make sure that your pixie nail doesn't look so wide and so out of place with the other nails. You can see here I'm starting to clean it up. Unfortunately, my hand got in the way for the rest, but you want to clean it and push the crystals in towards the center while it's still wet. So you don't want to cure it, because once you cure it, the crystals are going to be stuck in place. There's nothing you can do. So that is the one tip I can give you. I can do another set with pixie crystals if you guys would like. I have some that I want to use for Halloween, so I might make a Halloween set with some pixies soon. And then I knew for sure that the thumb and pinky were going to be a French, so I went ahead and just did 3 coats of this color from Beetles from Amazon, and I am curing in between every single coat. And then when you have a certain set, you want to kind of try to match the nude color to that. So because the set is like very orangey based and fall color based, I went ahead and added a neutral type of base color, not too orange, not too pink. And then now for the pointer finger, I knew for sure this is the nail where I'm going to draw a tree. So I went ahead and did some baby blue on the background and cured that. And then once that was cured, I'm going ahead and drawing a tree. So this is going to be a little bit more of an in-depth tutorial. I'm grabbing a dark brown gel polish and a liner brush. I think this liner brush is from Nailzbydev. Yeah, this is a Nailzbydev one. And I am just using this one because it's a little bit thicker so I can get the branches the way I want them to look. But the thing is that I need to fill it in. So this brush works great when you need to fill something in. For example, this tree, and it's going to be great for drawing the little leaves as well. So here I am kind of creating a really natural looking tree. The way you're going to do that is it's not going to be perfect. Don't pressure yourself into feeling like you need to draw it perfectly, because the less perfect it is, the more natural it looks. Like if you think about it, when you're in real life walking through a park, every single tree is different. No tree is the same. So don't feel like you need to draw your tree to be so perfect every single time. And now once that's done, I'm going ahead and going in with some dark orange gel polish, like a burnt orange, I guess. And then I'm going to be creating little leaves. They're basically just going to be little blobs all over the tree, and they're going to look like leaves from far away, because this gives the illusion that it's just a very packed tree of leaves. And then what you're going to want to do is do a variety of colors mixed in. So light orange, light yellow, darkish red, like different variety of leaves that you would see in nature in real life. And then after that, I'm going to do some falling as well. So I grabbed some brown, some red, some yellow, and I'm going ahead and doing some falling leaves right here. And this just really made the set, like, gave it so much pretty detail. So I loved this part. You can see there I'm adding some yellow. You would really want to make sure you add the variety of colors. It's going to make it look super pretty. And then I went ahead and added this olivey type of green to the floor. And this is going to be the grass. I know Winnie the Pooh has a lot of grass in the show or movie, so I'm going ahead and just adding that. And then I wanted to create the illusion that there's some hills in the background. So I decided to kind of mix a more muted color and create some hills or mountains in the back. Just, you can't really end up seeing this at the end because I do so many pumpkins, but it's still there and it still looks like an extra step of detail that you can add to make your set look so much better. So yeah, this is just like, I like adding these little details. It makes it so fun and interesting to look at. So that's what I did there. And I did cure, and then but before curing, I wanted to do kind of like a floor, but this ends up getting covered, so it doesn't matter. Now I'm grabbing a pumpkin-y color, and I'm going to be drawing a variety of pumpkins. It's going to look like one big blob all together because I'm doing them all at the same time. But that's because I memorized in my head where they're at, so I can go ahead and outline them afterwards. So you can see here I'm just drawing one pumpkin, then here I'm going to add another one. I wanted it to look like a mountain of pumpkins stacked on top of each other, like around 5 of them, 6 of them. So here I am doing that. I wanted it to look like there's some going behind the tree, and this is just the illusion I wanted to give. So I'm doing a few there, and then I'm curing once that's all finished. And once it's all finished, I'm switching my brush to my brush, my 8mm really thin brush. This is going to be great for adding detail. So once I'm adding detail, I'm going to be kind of outlining where the pumpkins were. I have a whole tutorial on how to do a pumpkin if you guys are struggling with that. And basically I'm just adding the little lines. It didn't come out perfect, and the brown I felt like was not dark enough to outline these in, so I do end up going over it again, which you guys will see in a second. So to really make the tree pop, I went ahead in with my triple fudge liner gel again, the same color that I used to outline Winnie the Pooh, and I am going to be adding detail on the tree. Adding detail on the tree like this is really going to make it look realistic, make it look like real bark. So you're going to want to do a bunch of variety of lines going up and down the tree. And this is going to give it such a nice, beautiful detail that's really going to pop, especially when you add your top coat. So I'm going ahead here and outlining the tree, and then I'm adding the lines. The best way I can explain it is they're just lines going up and down, and they're not connecting. That's the only way I can explain it to you. And I hope you guys are able to see what I'm doing, like right here. So yeah, that's what I'm doing there. And I'm just doing them all, and then I'm going to cure at the very end. And yeah, I love the way this looks with the tree, and I'm going to go in with the same color and re-outline the pumpkins, because after outlining the tree, I noticed that the pumpkins needed a little more dimension, so I ended up going in and outlining them with this as well, and it really made it pop and made it look so pretty together. And then once that's done, I'm going in again with my matte top coat, and I did make sure before top coating to clean it with a little bit of alcohol and a lint-free wipe, just to get rid of any extra gel that didn't cure good, because I don't want there to be streaks in my top coat. So now I'm grabbing a brown color, the same brown that I used to paint the tree. I mixed it with a little bit of white, and it made this really perfect tan brown, perfect color for the French. So I did that on the pinky and thumb. And then I had the most perfect idea ever. I don't know if you guys watch my hauls, but if you do, I got these really beautiful leaves on Shein. And I decided, because I wanted some leaf charms, to paint these. So I went ahead and added brown and orange paint to them, or not paint, gel. And I just grabbed it on this little cardboard, and I am painting them, and then I'm going to put them in the lamp to cure. It makes the perfect fall leaves. So if you guys have these, if you guys got them from my haul and you want to make some really pretty fall nails, it is such a good idea. It worked so amazingly. So you could already see they look like fall leaves already. You can add a variety of colors, make some red, make some dark brown, make some orange. Honestly, I wish I would have done some more red, but I only add a few anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if I was definitely going to use a lot of these, I would have done such a variety of colors. It would have looked so beautiful. You could do so many with these leaves, like clusters for fall. You can do so much stuff. So now I'm grabbing some Macar Rhinestone Gel. These nails are just going to be for me, and they're only going to be for display. Like, I'm not going to actually wear them. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue, enough so that it's good for the video, but it's not a big deal because they don't have to last. So here I am adding the leaf, and then I'm adding a really pretty rhinestone placement design. I'm grabbing orange rhinestones and gold, and it just goes so well with the rest of the set, keeping up with the fall colors and that really pretty charm. That charm is from AliExpress. So yeah, here I am just kind of creating a rhinestone placement design, and I love the way the rhinestones pop on the mat. It just pops so perfectly to the point where, like, it was meant to be. These rhinestones and this matte top coat are like a match made in heaven. And I did use a different matte top coat for the French tip nails. The matte top coat for those was the Kupa matte top coat. Anytime you're doing more of a solid color and not a design, you want to use the Kupa mat, and anytime you're creating characters or designs that really have a lot of detail, you want to use the Nailzbydev matte top coat. They are both very different. Trust me, get them both and you will see the difference and you'll understand what I mean. Nailzbydev's is perfect. It's like made for character drawing, and then the Kupa matte is so matte. It has no sheen at all. It is perfect for any type of solid matte nails or French tips or anything like that, to where it's going to make it so perfect. And here I am just adding another charm on the pinky, and yeah, that's almost pretty much it for the set. After this, I did of course go ahead and clean up my shaping a little bit on the pinky, thumb, and whatever nails needed to be shaped up, because I wanted it to look super pretty for when I put them on. So I did make these nails in my size so I can make little videos with them, and they are so stunning. I almost didn't even want to take them off. I wish I could wear nails this length, but this is how they turned out. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. They are so stunning, perfect for fall. You could even like do the same design for the whole hand and switch out the character if you like different characters. You could even do a Hello Kitty or whatever you want, and just kind of make it your own and make it very unique. And I love how it turned out, so I hope you guys did as well. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Like this video if you learned anything, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!